Radhikaya Kadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tattvaya Namo Guru Charana Kamalam Vande Ramana Prasthaya Bhutale Sri Rupanuga Bhakti Ramcha Krupamurtim Narayanam Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Narayana Namine Sri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Aurarya Madhurya Gunaisyayuktam Varam Varenyam Purushamantam Narayanam Tvam Sirasa Namami Tridandi Nam Bhakta Shiro Manisha Sri Krishna Padam Javudai Kavati Chaitanya Leela Amrita Sara Saram Narayanam Tam Satatam Prapadye Namami Narayana Pada Pankajam Karomi Narayana Pujanam Sada Vadami Narayana Nama Nirmalam Marami Narayana Tattvam Avyayam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare. Let me offer millions of wisdom of the lotus feet of Lord Hridaya Rupanu Varga Nama Nishta Santa all present past future Vaishnava Chitavan Dandavad Pranams Vancha Kalpata Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnava. So this is Purushottam Masa. पुरुषोत्तम व्रत की जय पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय मास की जय गोवर्धन दलम वंदे गोपालम गोपाल गोपीनम गोकुलोत्सवमी शानम गोविंदम गोपिका प्रियम. So Vishata. Why do we keep Vishata? So, mobile. So, we were by the mercy of Sanatana Goswami Guru Parampara studying Brihad Bhagavatam, which is the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, we said that by understanding Brihad Bhagavatam, we can understand Bhagavatam. Ah, so that's just how important. So, in this one, the first canto elucidates on the who is the foremost Krupa Patra of Sri Krishna. Krupa Patra, one who received highest mercy of Krishna. Who is the topmost? Who is that devotee who has achieved? So if you say, "Ah, no, this is Radha, then something, how? There may be question. So Muni starts out searching from almost bottom. A Brahmana was worshipping Saligram. Saligram is non-different from Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's the month of Magha to Prayag. So Narada Muni says, you are the recipient of great mercy of Krishna. A king in South India, what I can offer, limited one Brahman. So then king was worshipping the deity form. Deity is also not different. Sachidananda. Nama. uh, uh, Nama Swarupa. Tino Eki Rupa. Tino Tijanda. Nama Vigraha Swarupa. Tino Eki Rupa. Three, there is no difference. So the name itself, deity. So he was worshipping so much. Then he says, no, no, I'm not. Indra offers everything. Upendra is there, Lord himself as his brother, serving his elder brother Indra. Oh, what more he wants? He is the greatest recipient. Then normally goes to Indra, Indra says, forget it. Uh, We are, if we are a recipient of Krishna, mercy of Krishna, how come we are almost fearful? How come we will be, we are now and then kicked out of, the heavenly planet? We have to hide like a homeless people in this world. And no food. Because they will only food they can take is offered through sacrifice. Now Bali or these demons, they take away from that. Because Agni, right? Through Agni, we are offering. Agni, he carries it to all the devatas. but the Agni function is taken over by some demon. Understand? He is in charge. So he will not give any share to Devata, demigod. So they have to fast. Demons will take it. So like that. Tikpalaka. So it's a post. Fire is also a post. It will be taken over. So Tikpalaka, uh, 10 directions. So this is the problem. So if we have, Indra is saying, if we had mercy of Krishna, why such a sad state to have? And sometimes I become afraid of even killing of a Brahmana. Rutrasura. I have to hide in water. So much tension. This, that. Also, I became puffed up sometimes. I, be, I get enormed by this wealth and all that. I commit offenses at the uh, Durvas Muni and our own Guru Brahaspati. We lost the kingdom. So, and I fought with Krishna. I try to inundate Vrindavan, kill all cows. I'm trying to kill cows, Kamadena. How I will get mercy of Krishna? Right. So anyway, if you understand all this, anybody has any desire to go to, this Swarga or heavenly planet, their uh, dream will be smashed. That's the whole idea of Srimad Bhagavatam, to smash our misconception. Wow, heavenly planet is very good. What good? So, uh, it is better to be in this planet rather than in heavenly planet. There you will not get a chance to serve Krishna. We are enjoying so much tendency. And the lower planets, they have more enjoyment than in heavenly planet. You understand? In the darkness. See, there's a mode of darkness, they are enjoying so much more than what Indra can have. Only the fear they have is chakra, Krishna chakra. But no light there. You know. So that means their enjoying is in mode of dark. So that's gratitude. How much? You know. So anyway, it's disgusting. So only best is this material world, this in between, above heavenly planet below. So this is how it is. Then from there he goes to, then Indra says, no, your father Brahma is the most. Then he goes to Brahma. Brahma was worshipping. See, Indra is worshipping Upendra, right? Vamanadeva. Now is an understanding that he can have his darshan everywhere all the time. Even though he's staying in Swarga, that is not true. Indra himself says. Sometime he comes, accept worship. Afterward, he goes to his residence. We don't know where he is. We cannot go and have his darshan whenever we like. If he comes on his own, if we have that is okay. Otherwise, there is no chance. So then, what is the difference? So it's only, uh, but where does he stay? Yeah, not even Vaikuntha, not even yogi's heart. Where his devotees are singing kirtan, Nam Kirtan is going on, he is there, clearly. So if you think that Nam Kirtan is going on in heavenly planet, it's not going on. That's why he does not. Just for the sake of Aditi, did so much tapasya to please her. He is there during certain time, day, you know, a small, very tiny fraction of a day, and then he does not stay there. Where does he stay? Wherever there is bhakti. So that is so much, so much for heavenly planet. Okay. Now, so Indra says to Brahma, Brahma is Brahma was worshipping Sahasra Shresha, Sahasra Shresha, personality with thousands of heirs, hands. Who there they are doing yajna constantly and offer it. So Lord Himself appears and accepts it. That's what he saw it. So afterwards, Lord goes to his residence, followed by Lakshmi. Then Brahma is alone, thinking about his creation, his work. Now Muni goes and tells, "Oh, my father, yeah, Krishna himself, yeah, Krishna himself. You are the greatest recipient of mercy of Krishna. What? When you were young, I grew up, right? At that time, did I tell you I'm Krishna? Never. Then now how we are telling, you know, I'm a greatest offender. I stole his calves and friends. Ah, you know, and my appointment to Indra, ah, all those people, Shiva, Varuna and all that. They all fought with Krishna. Blame comes on. Then Lord Nrsimhadev time, oh Lord, I prayed so much. He was so angry, Lord. He did not become pacified. He didn't even look at me. But when Prahlad went and he paid his obeisance, he immediately grabbed it. He became so peaceful. Immediately lost all his anger. So who got the mercy? Huh? And he warned me, don't give these phones to the demons. Brahma, understand? He warned me. You think that is a sign of mercy of Krishna? So, like that, Brahma. Then he says Shiva. So he goes to Shiva Loka. He's on the above this mother, this earth, 7 layers, covering of the 7 layers. Beyond that, there everybody is liberated. This Kailash that we say in this material world is only outpost of that Shiva Loka. So limited, Ah, so Shiva says, Narada goes and Shiva, oh yes, he is worshipping Sankarshan, Shiva, and he is dancing, Karta. Parvati expert in Karta. So like that, Kirtan is going on. Then, and he was saw, and Narmuni wanted to touch his lotus feet, take that. Then, when he saw, he comes to ask him, and says, "Oh, Brahmaputra, son of Brahma, what are you doing here?" Huh? Like that. So then he addresses him, he has a recipient. You are not from Krishna. Or not. If I were, you think I will fight with him? I was made in charge of all mode of ignorance, destruction. All that. A person who is destructing, you think he has any mercy or any, he's a devotee. So like that, he said, I fought with Krishna. So there is no way. And he says the Vaikuntha people. Then he says, after glorifying the Vaikuntha, that the pure devotees on the planet are not different. Actually, they are superior in one sense. Among them is Prahlad. Prahlad. So Narada Muni ran to Sutar, lower planet, where Prahlad is there. And he says, you are the great recipients. And he gives so many reasons. Lord touched you. He was very pleased by your prayers. Even Brahma prayer did not work. Lakshmi little moved far away. So Lord has told himself his devotee is very dear to him, more than Lakshmi or Balaram or his own self. So Lord himself is telling. So yeah, greatest recipient of mercy of Krishna. Prahlad said, what? I'm a demon. I'm associating with demon. I'm a I'm a king of all demons. So you think there's a chance that I will have any bhakti? Forget about bhakti, you know, or mercy. Neither. I don't have mercy of Lord or bhakti for. So like that Prahlad Maharaj is denying himself. It's a good quality of Lord Krishna that he accepted. So Prahlad, Prahlad, whatever has been said by great souls about Sri Krishna's mercy, the proof of mercy cannot be estimated by the removal of obstacles and calamities. The mercy of Sri Krishna only becomes manifest to his own servant. So service, right? Therefore, O great soul, endowed with the wealth of service to Bhagavan, that mercy is manifest only in his submissive servant, not in those who have no service attitude, because the mercy of Bhagavan is full of Sachidananda. like Sri Bhagavan personally. It is present everywhere and at any time can become manifest. So Prahlad is saying, I have never had the service of Bhagavan, the way Sri Hanuman and others serve. Directly faced by difficulties, dilemmas, I simply remember my Prabhu. Prahlad is putting up another argument. One may say that being among the sevakas or servants is the mercy of Sri Krishna. Hence, a bhakta is in the service of Bhagavan, culminating in the symptoms of mercy of Krishna. Therefore, he speaks this verse, beginning with Hanuman. The way devotees like Sri Hanuman served Bhagavan, I have never performed service like that. I simply remembered it. So, I'm not done. So, how I think I can get the mercy of Krishna? So, if you say, remember us, Smara is also service, then Prahlad is saying, question may arise whether by the words seva, the avideya, or practice is understood, and among that ninefold practice, Smarana is each Shravana, Kirtana. Among all the senses, mind is superior, and to offer the mind at the feet of Sri Krishna is Smarana. Therefore, remembrance is the best due to the superiority of Smarana. Uh, we are also a unique devotee of Krishna, and such a reception of his mercy. In reply to this, he is saying, I simply do Smarana of Sri Krishna, being overwhelmed or subordinate to such things as indifference, laya, and bewilderment, which shape us. Therefore, due to my due to my heart being always overwhelmed by such difficulties, such dilemmas, my smarana is also not perfectly realized. Krishna. So, Prahlad is denying that. You praise me for Krishna's acts of caressing and nurturing. However, some persons like Mayavadis see it as the action of Maya, the illusory energy. Others consider it the nature of the Bhagavan's divine law. He touched nothing they touched and smelled and then did all that. So that shows his mercy. Prahlad says that is that is some like Mayavadis they say it is illusory energy. Or it is the nature of Bhagavan's divine Leela. It is not indication that yes. Then sadhus engage in bhakti always proclaim devotees like Sri Hanuman, who serve in various wonderful ways, are the actual recipients of Bhagavan's mercy, not the vigilant practice of simply sustaining one's own service. So, Now, why he's saying is sadhus who are dedicated in bhakti always say that the bestowal of the welfare of various services alone is the actual mercy of Krishna upon the devotee. Some sustenance, caressing, and so on is not the mercy of our Lord Krishna. If the question arises, then what is the meaning of the bestowal of those services or the kind of mercy which the devotees have received? Anticipating this question, he refers to the story of such devotees as Sri Hanuman. Saying here is Anumat Pravrishtu. Devotees like Hanuman means devotees such as Pandavas, Yadavas, Sugriva, and Angada. Service which have been granted to devotees like Sri Hanuman, that kind of service has never been offered. Therefore, towards such devotees like Sri Hanuman, the mercy of Bhagavan appears uh, not to me. So why are you glorifying the praising me with such words like the topmost recipient of Bhagavan's mercy, like this? Sri Krishna by himself uh, manifests, maintains, and so on. Thus, the doubts rise by meaning of half of this was nullified. Prahlad Maharaj is further telling what he's telling. All of Sri Narasimhadeva's pastimes were not simply to favor me, all pastimes of Narasimhadeva. On the other hand, those pastimes were for protecting the demigod who are his devotees, to liberate both his eternal associate Jaya and Vijaya, to preserve the truth of Brahma and his son's word, and demonstrate the lofty glories of his own bhakti. So, Prahlad is denying that Lord came just for me. So, so the suppose if somebody says the killing of Hiranyakashipu, the arch enemy of bhakti, and the appearance and activities of Bhagavan in such a remarkable form as the signs of his supreme blessing upon me. So it is documented here that the divine will of Sri Narasimhadeva enacted all these leelas, that they are not performed out of any divine mercy upon me. He is accepting such a wonderful form and pastime by the king by the killing of Hiranyakashipu. Uh, so he is accepting such a wonderful forms and pastimes like the killing of Hiranyakashipu, or for the protection of his devotees, Indra and the demigod, for freeing the two associates of Vaikuntha, the god Jaya and Vijaya, from the curse of four Kumara, and to confirm that the words of his sons of Brahma and sages aided by Sanaka to be truthful. So, by the suffix Adi, he eliminates clearly the truthfulness of the words of Narada and Hiranyakashipu about the descent of the doorkeeper Jaya. However, here the subject of the appearance of the term of Sri Nrsingadeva, the words of Sri Brahma regarding the slaying of Hiranyakashipu and the tale to verify the words of Sanaka and others are not mentioned. So, like today, went one shop there. So, how Prahlad is denying this? Bhagwan, for the words of his own service and to verify his existence, all uh, appeared in the pillar in the midst of the assembly in the astonishing form of Sri Narasimha. Srila Sridhar Goswami, who explained his verse extensively, therefore, a detailed analysis is not present. This pastime of Bhagavan is surely not to show mercy on you. By raising the point of showing honor before such personage as Sri Brahma, Sri Rudra and others, that is not the sign of mercy of Bhagavan either, or the contrary. It only demonstrates the greatness of Bhagavad Bhakti. So Prahlad is denying that. He gives that reason. Oh, best of the divine renunciate devotees. Gurudeva, ever since Bhagavan awarded the kingdom to me, I could understand that it was. Oh, best of divine renunciate devotees, Gurudeva. Ever since Bhagavan awarded the kingdom to me, I could understand that it was not the slightest token of mercy. Prahlad. Because he made Prahlad was made the king for all the demons. Now Krishna says It is not the slightest grace upon me, Prahalad, but rather a disgrace indicating lack of mercy. This he states. Achinchana means one who renounces all uh, agreeable or no, uh, likable thing. So, a Paramahamsa is the most superior amongst the Akinchanas, or those who possess absolutely nothing. Therefore, O best of the possessionless devotees, Sri Narada, the import of address that you abandon all the desire for liberation, self-satisfaction, Atma Ramata, and happiness from liberation is that you, Narada, know the fault in holding such things in as a kingdom. Since then I understood that it is not the slightest mercy of Bhagavan towards me. Concerning this, Sri Bhagavan himself had declared, whoever so concerning this, Sri Bhagavan himself had declared, whoever's welfare I want to favor, I take their material wealth. So, how do you understand this? Probably not. Granting a kingdom is not the sign of Bhagavan's mercy. Giving him so much wealth, material wealth, it is the sign of mercy. So, like it is told in Bhagavatam, Krishna to Indra, those who I desire to favor, I completely deprive them of all their wealth. See, many times they might build a house or a opposite part of their thing, they give it to them, to the devatas. So this is not the Allah denying. So he made me king. Do what my father will have. Think it is mercy. Where is the time for chanting? Where is the time for you see all these things? That's why I'm not even a bhakta, he said to Allah. Forget about getting his mercy. I'm not even a why my great grandson, great grandson, they are offending. Um, otherwise, it is justifiable that due to my demoniac bloodline, I would again fight in Badrikashrama with my illustrious Prabhu Sri Narayana. Prahlad went to Badrika ashram, and there he went to have a darshan of a Pitambar, only wears yellow complex, golden complex. There he fought. So where is his mercy? And Allah is saying. And is denying. Huh? Then Prahlad says, Hanuman, Hanuman, he had done so much service, and Lord has so much love and affection, and you empowered him to do unthinkable things. So he is saying that. Also, I fought with Primla. So he think that is the sign of his mercy upon me. Not even a trace of bhakti. So that's why please give me permission to go such and such a place and cleanse. So and the Lord continues. I also was not able to see Bhagavan by my own free will. Although once I had the darshan of him on the banks of the great ocean, still that darshana appears like a dream too. At, at present time, there's something going on in the world. Talking. Hanuman is greatly fortunate. For many thousands of years, he experienced the happiness of Bhagavan's service without any obstruction. In this matter, Hanuman is greatly fortunate. For many thousands of years, he experienced happiness of Bhagavan's service without any obstruction. Sri Hanuman assumed a vow of Sri Hanuman upheld the great vow of Naistic Brahmacharya, lifelong celibacy, and was a knower of all tattvas of Shastra and a Mahakavi, an illustrious poet. By calling him a Mahavira, a heroic warrior, he was skilled in many kinds of gallantry, such as the festival of charity. Sri Hanuman is the Danavira, name is Danavir, chivalrous hero and a Daravir. Hero for Daravir upholds religious principle. Similarly, is also a Yuddha, Veera person. Then, for service to Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra, he effortlessly leaped over the vast ocean of 800 miles in breadth to consider the harassed Sri Sita Devi in the palace composed of Rakshasa king Ravana. He instilled great fear in the enemies of Lord Ramchandra by setting ablaze the city of Lanka, and he obtained Ramchandra's warm embrace by delivering their uh, dialogue to Sri Sita Devi. So we are listing how many service Hanuman did. Amazing. Sri Hanuman became the main transport of his master, Sri Ramachandra. He transformed his tail into the shape of a Sri Hanuman because the main transport of his master, Sri Ramchandra. Sri Hanuman fulfilled the desire of Vibhishana and destroyed the army of demons. He alone was powerful enough to bring the medicine called Vishalya Karanini. After resuscitating his army back to life, he satisfied Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra along with his younger brother Sri Lakshmana. Due to his profuse devotion to Bhagavan, he became the area of Sri Lakshmana. Being, the, being victorious through astute strategy, exhibiting sharp intelligence and heroism, he increased the divine form of his Prabhu Sri Ramchandra by giving great delight to Sri Sita Devi, became the unique recipient by giving great delight to Sri Sita Devi, became the unique recipient of Prabhu's topmost mercy. Following the order of his Prabhu, he remained in the world, although he cannot bear the separation from him. So, Sri Hanuman sustains himself by constantly engaging in the hearing about the fame and glories of God, and even to the resides near the deity of his Lord just as before. So, I offer my pranam unto that Sri Hanuman who prayed only for Dasyam, service to Sri Rama, the son of King Dacharatha, and who spurned liberation which he could effortlessly obtain. So, Brahman is telling the supreme glory of this is Prahlad glorifying Hanuman. The supreme glories of Sri Hanuman, which I have not spoken, are also known by you. So, what more I can say about all this? Go to Kimpurusha Vasha yourself and experience the mercy of Sri Hanuman Darshana. Parikshit Maharaj said, Oh Mother, how fortunate, how auspicious, saying this. The great sage arose from his seat and traveling on the skyways proceeded. Furthermore, blissfully seeing the Gandharvas and others glorify the nectar of Sri Ramayana. Sri Hanuman also drank that sweet nectar. Through his ears, while shedding tears of joy with bodily trembling, ears standing on, and so forth. Sometimes composing himself, and sometimes with beauty or prose and poetic words from the Vedas and Puranas, the Hanuman was glorifying the Lord and offering his prostrated obeisances. The Narada is glorifying Hanuman. Upon having upon having darshan of Sri Hanuman, Narada became jubilant and loudly began to repeat, Oh, all glories to Raghunatha, all glories to Janaki, beloved. Sri Hanuman, hearing the Nam Kirtan of his worshipable deity, Sri Ramchandra, is the distance, in the distance, jumped up joyfully and flew into the sky, and seizing the neck of Sri Narada, caught him in the hand of his embrace, and in the bond of his embrace. So both jumped up, chanting, hugging each other. So blissfully dancing in the sky, the exalted sage wiped away the streaming tears of prema from the Lord of monkeys, Hanuman, with his own hands. In such an extraordinary state, he began to make love. Narada said, O Sriman, O possessor of the wealth of prema bhakti, you are the truly dearmost of Sri Bhagavan. Today I have also become dear to Bhagavan by having your darshan. So Parikshit Maharaj said, Sri Hanuman immediately composed himself from the overwhelming sentiments of prema, and in a composed state offered obeisances to Narada, and in other words to offer obeisances to Sri Ramachandra, and took him to a holy place of Bhagavan. Reaching the temple, Sri Narada offered pranama to the holy deity of Bhagavan, and Sri Hanuman made him sit down on an asana with some effort. Then, out of prema and with a body covered by pure transformations such as tears and manipulations, and simply Sri Narada said, truly you are the matchless recipient of Bhagavan's mercy. Alas, you are the ocean of nectar in the form of various devotional mellows of Bhagavan. So Narada Muni glorified Hanuman. You are Bhagavan's servant, friend, carrier, seat, flag, and umbrella, canopy, fan, bird, advisor, doctor, chief commander, best assistant, and you are the promote of his great fame. Like this, you have dedicated yourself in all ways and have become the recipient of Lord. Oh, you are the possessor of pure devotion. You have compared all others. Desirable goes to the happiness of service. The words you speak to Bhagavan, the crushed jewel of magnanimous person, give great bliss to the Supreme Lord, Supreme Bhagavan, even today. Sri Hanuman told the Lord, O Prabhu, I don't ask for liberation. Sri Bhagavan said, not a problem. Hanuman said, the Lord of Prabhu, Lord, O Prabhu, O Prabhu, I don't ask for liberation that cuts asunder the bondage of birth and death. You are my Lord, and am seeing. So Hanuman is being glorified. Hanuman is very, very intelligent. Uh, in liberation, the relationship of relationship of master, the savior, and servant, sevaka, is lost. Namely, the sentiments of you are my lord and I am a servant is lost. The servant and the lord both remain in a merged state. So, Maharaj Parikshit is telling. Afterward, the Hanuman, hearing about the mercy of the lotus feet of his Bhagavan, Ramchandra in separation, became anxious and began to weep. So, Sri Hanuman said, "Oh, most exalted of sages, I am the poor and insignificant. I am separated from the service of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra's lotus feet. Why are you making me remember that separation and causing me to weep?" So Hanuman now is telling, if I was his actual servant, then why was Bhagavan able to abandon me so forcibly? Upon returning to his fixed abode, he took all the residents of Ayodhya and dear associates such as Sugriva with him. Seeing the great fortune of service due to affection for me, you are measuring up of the great mercy of Ramchandra. Bhagavan at this time has descended to the city of Mathura and is exhibiting all kinds of potencies to the height of their opulence. Compared to the to the Pandavas, Pandava Mahatmas, the way Bhagavan's great mercy looms in comparison to mine is like a speck of dust, just at the speed of Dhara. So, one speck of dust cannot be compared to this Mount Sumer, the mountain of God. Similarly, the voluminous mercy of Bhagavan unto the Pandavas cannot be compared to the mercy he bestowed upon me. This example indicates that the comparable to the Pandavas, Bhagavan has the highest quality of mercy, and unto Sri Hanuman, his mercy is like an insignificant speck of dust. So Hanuman is arguing, I may have a little bit, but Pandavas have so much. So Pandavas are the real beneficiaries. Bhagavan, by giving them many types of dangers, such as poison from childhood itself, Bhagavan became the charioteer, companion, servant, advisor, messenger, and sentry. Oh, so, with, so in this way, after speaking about the great grace shown to the Pandavas in an implicit manner, now the subject is spoken of directly. Sri Krishna by Seva. Service means according to the tendency of the heart. That is, he serves knowingly the mind of them, just as in the Abhisheka, in the Rajasi Yajna, and the service of washing the feet and offering water. Like this, becoming a minister or messenger, or taking the post of a sentry at night time, holding a sword and keeping awake to assume the pose of. So, um, Hanuman would, uh, he would glorify another offer. Which service does Bhagavan not do? Ah, see, these are things. Which service does Bhagavan not do? Being controlled by the affection of the Pandavas. In other words, he does every activity for them. Bhagavan and the Pandavas mutually serve one another and show friendship and affection at the same time. Due to Sri Krishna constantly staying the capital of the Pandavas, henceforth as the land of austerity, following the rules of tapasya from great Rishi. Sri Parikshit Maharaj said, hearing this, Sri Narada, desirous to attain the service of Bhagavan, Sri Krishna's lotus feet, and eager to always reside in Dwarkapuri, in the midst of the conversation, eh, uh, es- ecstatically began to shout repeatedly, get up, as he rose and began to dance. Then Sri Hanuman, immersed in the nectarian tales of Pandavas and seeing Sri Narada himself dancing out of great night, bliss, began dancing himself. Sri Hanuman said, calamities are a kind of favorable service to saints such as the Pandavas, because by this helpful service to sadhus one achieves Sri Krishna. Similarly, such hardships of the Pandavas also make them absorbed in Sri Krishna and quickly help them meet him. Sri Kunti praying, O Lord, please send me difficulties one after the another. So he's telling, demonstrating that aspect. Hare, blinded by prema, you Pandavas have lost all propriety, propriety and reason. You have made my Prabhu your charioteer and messenger. You made my mas- messenger and chariot. So, Hare Pandavas, surely you know some divine mantra or medicine under whose power you have subdued the supreme or attractive Bhagavan Sri Krishna Chandra. Hare Pandavas surely know some divine mantra or medicine and you know subdued the supreme or attractive. Bhagavan. Sri Parikshit said, O wife of Pandava's son, O Abhimanyu, O Yashasvini, my dear mother, saying this, Sri Hanuman with great ecstasy leapt up again and again, began to dance with Sri Narada. Sri Hanuman said, O being filled with tender affection, Bhagavan becomes overpowered by devotees and to attract their heart. uh, Engage in such services. Oh, greatly privileged one, it is my supreme and good fortune that Bhimasena, the son of Sri Kunti Devi, despite being my, despite any junior in age, in qualities, is like my dearmost elder brother. So, thus, in the by charity of his sister marriage and by behavior of friendship, Sri Krishna has shown special mercy to Arjuna, who is very dear, having endowed my figure on his charted field. Without the mercy of dearmost devotees of Bhagavan, service by servants like me can never be successful or give any good result. Therefore, O best of devotees, O beloved Devasi of the Lord, our duty is to receive the darshan of Pandavas and take shelter of them in their abode. See, he wants to see Pandavas. And then Hanuman also wants to see them, Pandavas. But then why he does not go? So he says, the divine wonder of the Lord's supreme opulence and sweetness is not conceivable by the vast intellect of Brahma or Rudra. And that enhances the devotee's loving service was never revealed in Ayodhya at that time. Sri Narada said, oh friend, what to speak of Ayodhya? Even in Vaikuntha, such opulence and sweetness is not found. Therefore, get up, get up. Let us go to the abode of Pandava. So, they are going to the Pandava. Then Pandavas, we will see tomorrow how Narada Muni is going from Brahmana to the king, to Indra, to Brahma, to Lord Shiva, to Prahlad, and to Pandava. He brings out, you know, amazing. It makes us strong to continue with bhakti. It brings out, it destroys so many misconceptions. So tomorrow is Ekadasi. Kindly follow. Vancha kalpataru vyasya kripa sindhu evacha patitanam pavane. जय जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय, गुरु पाद पद्म की जय, गुरु वर्ग की जय, श्री बृहद भागवतामृतम की जय, सनातन गौतम की जय, गोपाल समस्त चार्य की जय, ताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि, क्षमा करो क्षमा, दया करो दया, पा करो विवेक गौर चंद्र राधिकाय कृष्णाय। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम। दंडवत प्रणाम to everyone.
Dandavad